this one outside. I gotta make it inside. Sorry.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rob, and if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, then welcome back. Another outdoors video today, and I wanted to talk about a video that I recorded a couple days ago. I think it was the one posted the day before. Yeah, that video, I did a walk and talk, they're called. That's what I've come to know them as. A walk and talk video where I just held my phone in my hand and I walked on a trail and I was talking. I had just gone for a run, so I still had my AirPods in, and the audio sounded good. Okay, so when I made the video, I actually made two videos that day, and when I made the video, I went back to the office and started editing them, and the audio was good. Now the trail, I was kind of in the woods. It's on the Rails to Trails, which is around here. It used to be an old railway line, but it's a walking and biking trail. Yeah, so surrounded by trees, and not a lot of wind was getting to me, I guess, which is why it sounded good. So I made the mistake. I was wrong, I'll admit it. I made the mistake of assuming the mic that was used when I made that video was the mic in the AirPods. Because it sounded so good, I thought, well, that must be because it was the AirPods mic and not the iPhone mic. See, I didn't plan on making a video that day, and so I didn't have this mic here with me. I just decided to make a video after my run. So all I had with me was my phone and my AirPods. Made the video, audio sounded great. But it turns out it was my iPhone mic that was used and not the AirPods mic. And looking into it further, it seems like the AirPods mic really isn't that good for audio that when you're making a video. It is good for canceling wind noise. Say if you're talking on the phone, right? If you're talking through the AirPods on the phone, it cancels out wind noise for the people listening to you, and that's fine for phone calls. But not so much for making a video. So I will actually make a video showing what that quality is in a future video. But in this case, I don't have them on. I'm using this mic. And it is actually quite a bit windier today than it was that day. So yeah, so I was wrong. The AirPods mic is not great. But what you want to think about when you're going to go make a video, if you want to make one outside, you really have to think about the wind. That's the number one thing. If there's a lot of wind, like there is today, I mean, you can look at the white caps on the water. It's kind of blowing out of the north, so it's blowing over the land. That's why we don't have many big waves today. But there are white caps. It is windy. I don't know what the wind speed would be, 15, 20 knots, something like that. So 20, 25 miles an hour, it would be my guess. Maybe not that much. But anyways, you want to think about the wind, because the iPhone mic does not like wind. Okay? There's no way to stop it. There's no wind protection on the iPhone mic. Now, this mic I'm using now, this is the DJI wireless mic, and it's got I've heard it called two things, a wind muff or a dead cat. Sorry, Peanut, but it's just what they call it. All the wispy hairs on that cover, it's just a cheap little cover that you kind of snap onto the top of the microphone, and you can get them for not only these mics, but also just your cheap Lav mics, right? It really cuts down on the wind noise. Yeah, so I suggest getting one of these for whatever mic you use if you want to make videos outside and there's any amount of wind. Now, let me just refer to my notes. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, so when choosing a mic for outside, So what I had used in the past, if you saw, I made a video a couple months ago. I was outside, I was on a boat, and it was kind of windy, but I used a Lav Mic for that, just a cheap $20 or $30 Lav Mic that was wired, and it plugged into my phone. So in that case, I used a tripod, my phone, and that wired mic with a wind muff or dead cat on it. And the audio was great. It worked good. And I did a little comparison too in that video, so you can see what it sounded like with just the iPhone mic and with the Lav Mic. And that worked fine. Now, why upgrade to a mic like this? So this mic here, this DJI mic, is quite a bit more expensive. This is the DJI mic, the original. They have since come out with a DJI Mic 2, which is $100 more expensive. That one is, I believe, $350, whereas this is $250. That might be Canadian. I can't really remember, Canadian or US, but that's the difference in price. The newer one has better battery, but just a little better. This one will do 5.5 hours without being charged. I think it's 15 hours if you also charge it. Because it comes with this charging case. Okay, this charging case here. It comes with two mics and the receiver, and the mics are the transceivers. But yeah, if this is a case that will charge it, and so with that you can get a total of 15 hours of use. I think the new DJI 2 mic gives closer to 16 hours, so it's not a lot of difference. And this mic here, without having to charge it, I think we'll do 5.5 hours as opposed to 6 hours for the DJI Mic 2. Okay, so in both cases they're great. I think there's more noise canceling ability on the DJI 2 mic, but in the tests that I've done with this, it's already awesome. So I saved myself $100. I got this one, and hopefully when I get back to the office and do the editing of this video, it turns out that the audio is good and the wind isn't so bad. I'm pretty confident that it can handle this wind. But the other thing is, when you compare this to the wired version, or the wired mic that's not DJI, but Power to Wise is what it is, this mic is just better. It's a better quality mic, so that when you plug it into your editing software, you really don't have to edit it at all, and you'll get decent sound. Now, I typically do some edits in Adobe Audition just to make it sound a little bit better, a little more bass, a little more treble. I don't do any noise canceling or anything like that, because that's hard to do without losing any of the good parts of your voice. It's really hard to remove wind noise. Now, some AI programs are getting much better at doing that, but I haven't gotten into those yet. Save that for another day. But yeah, so that's the main difference. Well, that's one difference. Another difference is that this is wireless, right? So because this is wireless, I can walk away, I think up to 800 feet is the range of this, if there's nothing in between the mic and where it's, the receiver. So yeah, 800 feet, that's a ton of space. So I could go way back there to the woods, and you'd still be able to hear me just fine. I'm not going to do that right now because I'd have to figure out how to set the phone down. And one other thing I wanted to mention, range, wireless, better mic. Yes, this one is a big one, and probably the most important thing for me. This will record on board. Okay, so yes, I have the receiver plugged into my phone, so that means I should not have to sync the audio to the video, right? The phone is recording the audio from this mic because I've got this plugged into my phone. I'll show some B-roll showing what it looks like. But if you do walk away too far, say, or go behind a couple of walls and the audio starts cutting out, the good news is this records on board. So it'll record, and you can use this audio instead of that audio, okay? It's the same audio quality because it's coming from the same mic. It's just that there's onboard storage. There's 8 gigabytes of onboard storage on this, and I think that works out to 14 or 15 hours worth of recording space on this, okay? And I would just take this, When I get back to the office, plug it into my computer, it's USB-C connection, and download the audio file. And audio files are not that big. Then I would have to sync this audio to that audio, the phone audio, but I've done that many times. It doesn't take me very long to do that anyways. And I've made videos on how to do that if you want to check those out. So yeah, so just to kind of further that point, I really didn't even have to plug this transceiver in. This can be used, as I say, standalone. It doesn't need the transceiver. But if you don't use the transceiver, then the phone will be recording from the phone mic, okay? And I'll make a video like that. Whereas this is recording from this mic. Then I can use the two audio sources to sync it up with the video, and then off to the races. So I love the fact that I can just grab this and my phone, not worry about the transceiver or the receiver. I get those mixed up. Just this mic, that phone, and go for a walk and just press the button on the side of this to record on board, and that's all I need. So I love that. And you know what? If I get someplace where for some reason this was not charged, this mic, and it runs out of battery, the kit comes with two. So it's charging right now in the battery. If I show you here, right here, I don't have enough hands, but this is it here. I'll pull it out. This is the other mic. That's what it looks like without the, this is what it looks like without the wind muff. And actually, let me just do a test. I'm going to turn this on. There, this is recording now. I'll put it in roughly the same place. And I can't believe I never even thought about this. Let's do a test. Let's test to see what it sounds like with the wind. So we can switch between the one with the wind muff on, or the dead cat. And now let's switch over to the one. This is the audio with the one without the dead cat. How is the wind? I've got my back to the wind now. What if I turn around this way, face the wind? How does it sound? Oh, there's people back there who are watching me, I guess. Yeah, what's the wind like on this mic or on that mic? I'll switch back and forth so you can hear. Just walk out here a little bit. I'll just go around in circles. And I'll keep talking. Oh, there's a boat out there too. Geez, all kinds of people surrounding me. I tried to come out here and be all alone, and all this traffic is around here. Got two people on the island, got a boat out there watching me. It's hard to get some space around here, I tell you. Anyways, that's it for that test. I'll turn this off. I'll have to remember to grab the audio off of that. Let me just throw it back in the case. As soon as you put it back in the case, it starts charging. I don't know if you can see this. Just close it, put that down. Yeah, so that's it. That's my story about audio. So a lot of trial and error is involved when it comes to audio. So another very quick story. I made a video, yesterday I came out, 2 days ago, I came out here and I sat down on this very spot. One of the videos is already uploaded and on YouTube. But I recorded 3 videos, actually 4, because one of them I was zoomed in to 3 times. Let me make sure I'm not now. No, I'm not. Yeah, so all you really saw was my mouth and nose. And I recorded for 10 minutes like that. So I had to redo that one. And then I did the other 2, so that's a total of 4 takes, and I only got 1 good video out of it. And the reason is because the wind. The wind wasn't as strong as it is today, but again, I thought I was using my AirPods mic, and I wasn't. It was just the iPhone mic, and I did not have this. And the audio was horrible. I got 1 decent video out of it, but still the audio wasn't great in that. But hey, what are you going to do? And then, yeah, the other 2 videos ended up being basically unusable. Now maybe I'll try to use some kind of AI tool to try to remove the wind noise from those and try to get some usable video out of them, but no matter. I plan on making a bunch today anyways, but I'm going down a rabbit hole here. Let me just end this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you got some good information out of this, all about audio, and just do some trial and error. Test, and then plug it in your computer, see what it sounds like. That's the best thing I can do. AirPods mic, not very good. iPhone mic, better, but not good in wind. This, the best. And a cheap power-to-wise lav mic is also good. Not as good as this, but it's also good. So that's my story. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this, give it a like down below, and I hope to see you in another video. Thanks, guys. Bye.